Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the very first episode of the Phone Flipping Show. So, this is going to be something new that we're starting to bring more awareness to phone flipping, to share tips, tricks, and things like that. Um, but welcome. So, my name is Chris Schroeder. My co host is Matt Shirley. We're going to be guiding you guys through mastering the art of buying and selling phones and electronics for profit. Before we dive into today's topic, though, I do want to share some invaluable resources for you that will definitely help you. Um, First, obviously, I want to put out our ebook, Tech Flips to Profit. You guys can find it in the description below, probably after the stream. But it is packed with tips, strategies, and things like that to help you get started in this business, to help you, get the thing going. The second thing that we are offering is the Mercury Electronics price list. So if you have devices that you're looking to get rid of right now, you can actually sell them to my partner, Aaron Goldstein. He runs Mercury Electronics, and he will buy the devices directly from you. Okay, so this tool also helps you make informed decisions when it comes to buying devices. So ideally, we like to aim for $50 to $120 in profit per device. I literally just made $150 on an iPhone 16 Pro Max right before I started this. But this tool is absolutely free. It'll also be in the description below, and the first comments after the stream. But before we dive in, guys, so we're starting this phone flipping show. This is something new for us, but we want to do this. And one thing we want to do is we want to prove that people are making money. That's one reason this show is going to be taking place. Is we want to prove that people are actually making money. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen real quick, and we're going to show you guys some recent wins from some of the people that are winning. So let me do that. All right, Matt, can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it great.
So this is the inside of our Slack community. This is our Recelerator program. This is our highest tiered program where we help people scale their business. As you guys can see, this is Jerome here. He bought a Valve Index today. I think with a little bit of your help, right, Matt?
Yep.
I think he bought that for $450. He's going to sell that for what? Like
about $750 to $800.
Yeah, that's going to be an amazing profit. Here's Aaron sending a whole bunch of more eBay stuff. Here's one of our newest members who's actually back. He left for a little bit, but then he came back because he couldn't get enough of us. He bought a Quest 2 with a Kiwi head strap for $80. These always sell within 24 hours for me, like clockwork. Consistently getting them for $80. Love that. Here's Afam. Afam just bought this really expensive camera this morning. Here's Spencer selling a $1,299. I think that's a MacBook Pro on eBay. Yep. We got Sharif here selling something, and as you guys can see, this is nonstop. Like this is today, like 11:55 a.m. Like amazing, right? He's like Alex here, one of our longest students. He made $335 in profit. They drove an hour and 20 minutes to his favorite coffee shop. Wow. $875 profit this weekend alone. And then this just goes on and on, guys. Like it just goes forever. People put probably 5 to 10 wins a day at this point inside of this channel, right, Matt?
Yeah, it's kind of taken over now. The wins channel is always hitting. It's always hitting.
Always hitting. Everybody's winning all the time, right? So awesome. I wanted to share that because I wanted to prove to you guys that this is something that people are doing and people are making money. Okay, and that's the point of this show, is to prove that this business works. All right. Yep. So with that being said, this is the very first episode of the Phone Flipping Show. And what we're going to be doing on this show, guys, is we're going to be giving you guys tips, tricks, strategies, and things like that to help you grow your business for free. Like all of these tips that we're going to be sharing are free. There will be some paid stuff because obviously it took us years to learn this stuff, and we're not just going to like give the whole, sauce. Well, I mean, actually we do give the sauce anyway, but
there's a lot of sauce.
There is a lot. That's a good point. There's a lot of sauce. Like it's hard to actually give it all away. But today, guys, our title is how to make $100 to $200 a day flipping phones and electronics. Today we're going to be going over effective marketing strategies to source high value devices. All right. So I want to go through some of the marketing strategies, and Matt and I, we're going to start on reach outs. Let's do that. So,
All right, let's do it.
Matt, I'm going to actually let you kind of take the helm on reach outs a little bit here. You brought me back into reach outs.
Yeah.
Because I was ads all the way for a very long time.
Right.
So like, how would you, if you were starting out a brand new reseller, Matt, again, what would you tell your younger self in terms of like starting with reach outs?
Yeah. Well, first of all, guilty of bringing Chris back to reach outs. But Chris likes making money, and people that like making money like reach outs. So I would say to my younger self that there's opportunity, and all you've got to do is know that wherever there is an exchange of perceived value in any kind of marketplace, whether it's live, whether it's in person, whether it's online, if you have the knowledge and know the products, the right items to buy, where there's people, there's opportunity. And so reach outs just make total sense because everybody is wanting to cash out an item and get something new, or a lot of people want to flip that item because maybe they have bills to pay, or you know what, people are selling something because they're looking to, I don't know, save up for a vacation, or go on a trip, or buy Christmas presents, or whatever. But wherever people need cash, there's an opportunity to make money via reach out.
Yeah, and you do reach out specifically for gaming consoles. I want to touch on that because I think starting off with reach outs combined with gaming consoles honestly is like the cheat code to actually getting started really quickly. Because I mean last night I had a new lead come in. Somebody bought the ebook. I reached out to them, all of that. And he told me his area, and I was like, I just looked it up, and I literally found 3 deals almost immediately. There was a quest for $100. I was like, offer 60. Like, like, you know, like, and you see this all the time because you're onboarding people in Recelerator all the time, and you just come across these untapped opportunities.
Yeah.
Almost every single time. I mean, it's an average of about 20 different deals almost every time at this point, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a standard 20. I'll find 20 deals. I first started off, helping people find maybe like 7 to 10, and then 7 to 10 grew to like 10 to 12, and then it was like 12 to 15, and then it was like 20 deals. And people don't think it's that simple, but it's remarkably easy. Again, the knowledge is really the thing. Once you have the knowledge and you can, bend it to serve your interest, that's what the breakthrough opportunities really start to stand out there. And it's not difficult. People think it's hard somehow to just jump on their marketplace and find those deals, as though, maybe the sauce is only special where you are near, in South Texas, or maybe the sauce is only special where I am, in the Midwest. But it's not. I mean, I've sourced probably a zip code in like every state, just about, except for like Wyoming and Montana.
Yeah, we haven't gotten many students from those. Yeah.
Yeah. So if anybody is feeling like, you need an itch to scratch and you want to source a deal, we're trying to play U.S. states bingo. Come on, guys.
I had a guy. So I want to back up and go back to phones here, because a lot of people are used to reaching out on Marketplace for phones.
Sure.
And I have a lot of people that reach out. They come into my DMs and they're like, Chris, I reached out to 20 people and I didn't get a phone. And I'm like, okay, well, reach out to 50, reach out to 100. Your closing rate on phones is going to be way less.
True.
It's usually like 1 to 3. Like if I were to pull up the ebook, I actually have a graph in the ebook of how this works. Like you're only going to get probably 1 to 3 deals on your first initial 100 reach outs for phones. But if you follow up with those people, something that people a lot of the times just never do.
Yep.
No, like let's be real. How many people actually follow up? Like nobody. Almost.
Yeah.
And
I feel like it's like maybe like 1 in 10 resellers are actually good on their follow-up game. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably a good. Yeah. But like just reaching back out and being like, hey, like after you got told no, right? Like that's the key.
Yeah.
Is like, hey, I saw this was still up, or hey, I saw you lowered the price, or hey, I saw this or whatever. That second message almost immediately shows that you're serious.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and you don't want to do it in like a needy way or anything like that, but just the closing rate on phones is a lot lower, but there's still a lot there, right? I remember when Navon, if you guys are interested in our podcast, you guys can check that out too. It's called the Smart Flip. We're on Apple, Spotify, and all of that now too. We have a student. His name is Navon. He's now a direct buyer, and he did 120 reach outs a day for 30 straight days and made over $10,000 in profit his very first month. I interviewed him when he was at 7,100 in profit 28 days into the program.
Yep.
And he, at that time, the recommendation was 20 reach outs a day minimum to meet KPI for our program, to meet our guarantee, right? So he was like, well, I'm going to do like 5 times that amount. And I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. I don't care. Like, and he did. Most people say that crap and then they just don't do it. Like, he actually did it. So we've actually kind of upped the ante at this point.
That's fair.
And, you know, of course we have Resale Hawk and things like that now, which can automate reach outs. But when it comes to reach outs, guys, you have to just put in the volume. That's the game, right? So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on reach outs because we could talk all day about different types of items to resell or do reach outs on. But in my opinion, the best place to start, like, doing reach outs is in the game console area, VR, game consoles, because you can almost find a deal the same day, almost every day, actually.
I would be shocked if any zip code we jumped in, like even for the people in my course that, you know, are in Console Kings and are just looking for.
Well, let's do that real quick. Like, somebody
Sure.
drop their zip code in the comments, just one, and that way we can get through the other marketing strategies on this call. But somebody drop their zip code in the chat or in the comments, and we'll do it. I mean, Matt'll. All right, here we go. Ready, Matt?
Yeah.
Is 02905.
All right.
We're just gonna do one. It's Justin Pena.
All right.
Can you share your screen? Do you have the ability?
Give me a sec here.
I'm gonna find a deal right now.
We are. As soon as Matt finds out how to share his screen.
So it should be it's present at the bottom.
Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm very used to share screen. Cool. All right, there we go.
Cool.
Boom.
All right. Let me add it to stage. There we go. All right, let's head on over to Marketplace.
Okay. Cool. So now we're staring into the matrix, everyone. Yep. All right. Give me that zip one more time. 02.
It's 02905 for Justin.
There we go. Okay. Providence.
And Rhode Island.
We're going to keep it. Nice. Yep. Yeah, we're going to keep it simple to a 20-mile radius. We don't want you doing a ton of driving, Justin. Okay.
Is that the first?
All right. I like this deal right here. It's a really good ROI. It's the Oculus Rift S. Okay. So let me go back over to this right here. I'm going to drop this link right in the chat.
Oh, wait, that's the private chat. Go to the comments.
My bad. There we go.
Join the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Ah!
It won't let you do it. Oh, well. So there is, just send it to me and I'll drop it in the chat.
We'll get this to you, brother. Okay, so this right here, I would make an offer on this of about $50 to $70. Okay, you can get your money back just on one of these controllers. You should double your money on both the controllers, and you should further double your money by reselling this cable, and then you'll get about $20 or $30 on the headset.
Yeah, that cable goes what, $60 to $80 by itself, or is that the $50 one?
Nope, that's the one that goes for the most. So it's a great opportunity to make some really good income, and it's a total gem of a find there. Real quick, that was super
there's
simple.
A Valve Index right there too for $625.
Yep.
Like, dude, selling my Valve Index because I don't have the space for it anymore. Dude, offer like $400 on this thing, and you got You got like a $400 profit. If you can,
Yeah,
you should be able to get them down. It was listed like a week ago.
pretty slick. I'm going to share this link for this one and the other one over to Chris, and
Yeah, I'll drop it in.
let
Awesome.
me stop the share on my actual screen, and we'll get back to it.
Yeah, just send those over to me, and I'll drop them in the chat. So,
that
guys, just to point out, it was that easy. Like for consoles, VR, like that Valve Index has been listed for over a week. The likelihood that he goes down on price, he's already gone down $400 on price. Like the likelihood that he goes down further is likely. And the reason we like to point out deals like that is because we call it, or Matt likes to call them, a lot of like under the radar flips, right? Nobody knows what a Valve Index is, but they know what it is online, but they don't really know locally, right? So these are quote unquote under the radar flips. And this is the very first way we recommend marketing is through reach outs. And you can build your business through reach outs. A lot of people have built their business through reach outs. But I want to talk about the next way of generating leads. The next one is through paid social ads. So paid social ads basically meaning I'm going to say Facebook and Instagram. And I'm dropping these deals in the comments. So a lot of people don't understand Facebook ads right away, right? So Facebook ads are what we call interruption marketing. And interruption marketing is essentially where you're interrupting somebody's newsfeed with an ad. If you go to Facebook right now, you'll see sponsored ads about every 4 blocks on your newsfeed. Okay, that's what those are. They're meant to interrupt somebody's scroll, grab their attention, and get them to click on it. Okay, and that's our goal, is to find, and it's meant to not go after the people that are on marketplace. It's meant to go after the people that are quote unquote off market. Okay, that's the type of people we're actually going for. Is we're going for those people that are off market, that are not looking to go to Facebook Marketplace to sell their device. It's the same way with Instagram. Okay, so Instagram, Facebook, they're basically the same because they're owned by the same company at this point. So that's the second way of marketing. All right. And since we don't have a ton of time left on this, I'm going to keep going through this. If anybody has any questions on Facebook ads, you guys can feel free to put a question in the comment. Cost per lead does vary by location and population, just so you guys are aware. And we just lost Matt. The next one I want to talk about, though, is Google ads. Well, I'll talk about Google My Business first. So there's 2 ways that you can advertise from Google. The very first way is called Google My Business or Google Business Profiles. And those are the things like, let me share my screen. So Google, this is where I get most of my leads at this point, is because they're so qualified. It's ridiculous. I just bought an iPhone 16 Pro Max from a lead that did this. So, for example, type in "sell my phone near me," right? As you guys can see, ad popped up. That's me right there. Bell Electronics, League City, we pay cash for phones. Okay. And this is my second GMB profile because my first one got banned because I did the wrong thing. But you guys can see here, I got a bunch of reviews. I got things like that. I reply to my reviews. Like, this is the first way that you can generate leads from Google, is simply by having a Google business profile. Okay. The second way is Cash for Phones Ontario. Oh, that's one of our clients. I was like, who is that? Let me open up a different one here. So now I want to show you guys what a Google ad is. So, sell my phone near me. All right. So this here, where it says sponsored, that is a Google ad. This is specifically my Google ad. All right. So ideally you want this showing right on top of this one. Now, it does take a little bit of work to get this one to the very top, but you want both of these showing because you can get leads from both of them. Okay, so Google ads are the ones that you pay for. You have to use certain keywords. You got to, do certain things like that to get it ranked. Same thing with Google My Business. You have to use keywords and things like that to get it ranked. As you guys can see, if I hover over this, there's some bold lettering. He gave me a great deal and beat the pawn shops and eco ATMs. Messaged him and had cash in my hand within 2 hours. Like, Google will recommend based on the reply of the people that are selling you devices. Okay. So these are like the three most common ways that we generate. Okay. These are our lead generating assets, if you will. We generate leads using reach outs. We generate leads using Facebook and Instagram. We generate leads using Google.
Yep.
We call that our lead machine, the Recelerator lead machine. So once you got like the trifecta of that going on, it is very difficult to lose in this game. Okay, because when you got people searching for you, when you got people finding you basically on accident on Facebook, and then you reaching out to people and starting enough conversations, it's pretty hard to lose at that game, right? So I actually just had a 30-day check-in with you remember Afam, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had our 30-day check-in earlier. He went from $2,000 his first month doing $2,000 in profit. He made $5,000 last month.
Wow.
Literally doubled his business. And he didn't have a car for a couple of days.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
With that being said, like you want to be generating enough leads to get these things in place, right? Or get these things in place to generate enough leads. Matt, is there anything you want to add to that? I know you don't do a ton of ads, but
yeah. Well, I think it makes sense to move towards reach outs are great, but you also have to be aware of how much those spaces, those marketplaces are controlled by social media presence. We've had resellers before whose Facebook has gone down or got put in offer up jail or, just didn't have a lot of opportunity in their area on something like Craigslist. And so what came through when that seemed like that leg got swept? Well, it was ads. And so diversification is simply smart because if you have multiple channels of money flowing into your space, you kind of don't live in scarcity mentality. It takes away a lot of the neediness that comes with a lot of people's overwhelming urgency to get every deal. And it gives you confidence that, hey, people can start leaving you reviews and you can start to build out not just a side hustle, but a real business. And so ads are, I look at them, even though I'm someone who coaches and does a lot of reach outs, I don't actually use ads, but I would actually say that if you're wanting to really expand your income and build out a great business, you should almost view them as a necessity. And Chris will tell you that, and Chris knows that this is the year that I start ads too.
Finally.
Hey.
But we'll probably be starting you with console ads, which work, by the way.
Yes, they do.
Like a lot of people out there just run phone ads, right? And I do want to point something out there is you can diversify what you buy in any stream. Like we talk about diversifying what you reach out for in terms of phones, consoles, VR headsets, and things like that. You can do the same thing for ads. I've run game console Google ads before. What did I do? I targeted Eco ATM I targeted GameStop.
Yep.
It worked. Still does actually. I literally bought a PS5 and an Oculus Quest yesterday from those ads. Like for $180 combined.
That's such a deal.
Yeah, well, the PS5 was in safe mode, so
okay. Well,
I don't know.
The context definitely helps. You've also run ads for people who wanted to pick up medical commodities as well as power tools.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think cameras. Camera
ads work very well. Yeah. I mean, there's so many different opportunities out there where you can run ads. You can, there's honestly just a ton of opportunity out there for people that are looking to get into this business. The main ways that we recommend, generating interest in your business is obviously by doing reach outs, number one. Facebook and Google ads, number 2, or I'm sorry, Facebook and Instagram ads. And then 3 is Google My Business, and Google Ads. Okay.
Yep.
Now I'm going to give you guys a couple of other ways to generate leads as well. They're a little higher level, but I want to put them out here because they are part of my scaling 4 ways of doing things. Number 1 is stores and pawn shops. A lot of people don't realize that stores and pawn shops a lot of times have a gigantic surplus of extra crap that they can't get rid of. And a lot of times if you go into those, and also if you're listening to this, I recommend going into pawn shops and just opening up the eBay app and seeing what something is worth, right? Like, go in and see what something is worth, and see if you can flip it. I guarantee you, if you do that enough, you will end up finding something. Oh, somebody just dropped a MetaQuest 3 for 2. Oh, that was MetaQuest 2. Sorry, I got excited.
No worries.
For a second.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
That's funny. Yeah, Marketplace Monitor. I thought it was a MetaQuest 3 for 250. I was like, oh, hello.
Oh, that's chill.
Hit them at that 200, make that nice little 150 in profit. But no, it was a 2. So pawn shops, go into pawn shops, just scan things, use the like the Google Lens option that's on eBay, or the picture lens thing they have, and just take a photo of it, see if it's worth anything. Like, that's a great way to build your appraisal skills. So a lot of cell phone repair shops have a lot of stuff that they have stacked all the time. I walked into the back of one time, and he had a stack of computers and just electronics to the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
And it was insane. Another place is other resellers. So a lot of only about 3 out of 10 resellers sell online and ship items. Dude, that's insane. That's crazy. A lot of people buy local and sell local, and that's incredibly slow, right? So one thing that you can offer other resellers in your area is you can buy from them for a little bit more, and then sell it to like a direct buyer or on eBay or something like that. I have people that do that all the time. I have students that do that. I do that. The next way is obviously referrals. Referrals and repeat customers are the best way to generate leads by far, because they're very easy to close. Repeats, you've closed them before. So those are some other ways that you guys can generate leads with marketing opportunities. Okay. Anything to add to that, Matt?
Let's see. We're talking about what? Still talking about ads?
Just marketing in general for this business.
Yeah. Guys, think about places where there's people to have conversations about their stuff. Any place you can think of, you could probably buy somebody's stuff. Like, and it really is that simple. The more conversations you can have, the more people you can connect with. And then guess what? Everybody has electronics. So that's just the very, very small brush over that I'll add to what Chris is saying, because what he said is it's good stuff.
Fantastic. Well, guys, I think we're going to wrap up this first episode of the Phone Flipping Show. Let us know in the comments if you guys like this. We do have a pretty exclusive opportunity for you guys if you guys want to take advantage of it. This is for like our YouTube audience only kind of thing.
Yep.
So appreciate you guys joining us. So I do want to introduce you guys to an offer we do have that I think a lot of you could take advantage of over time. We have our Console Kings and Recelerator combo deal that we've put together specifically for people that are looking to get started, and just so we can overwhelm them with enough information so they can start.
Hey.
We want to leave no excuse, right? So let me pull this thing up real quick. Where's it at? Where'd it go? I think this one. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So I'm going to drop this in the comments for you guys here in a minute, but it'll also be in the description. So this is our Console Kings and Recelerator combo deal. So this is what you get with it. You get Resale Hawk. Number one, Resale Hawk is our automated software that helps you send up to 50 to 100 reach outs a day. Matt tried it one time and he was scared of it because it sent him too many. Just kidding. Oh no, that was Spencer that said he was terrified to use it because it would make too many messages happen. But if you're somebody that isn't scared of getting too many messages on Marketplace, it's something you want. Sure. You'll get Resell Deck for a 6-month trial. Both of those are a 6-month trial. Resell Deck is what phone flippers use to scale their business in our company. You'll get our starter kit. This is basically our beginner level program for people that are getting started in the program. It gives you everything that you need to know to get started. Then you'll get our Recelerator curriculum. This is our big curriculum. This is the meat and potatoes of everything. This course is made for you to scale. Like you get your LLC and you get up and running and you start filing taxes, kind of thing.
Yep.
And you get 6 figures a year. That's what that program is meant to do. Okay. We also added in Console Kings with this. So if you guys don't know, that is Matt's course. Matt meticulously put together a very intuitive course on flipping all sorts of consoles and electronics. I highly recommend checking it out at least because, it's ridiculous how much he put in there. Then we also have Pawn Shop Profits, so you can learn how to buy from pawn shops like I do. And then we also give you guys 6 months access to our Recelerator Slack community, what we showed you guys in the very beginning. And then you'll get a Kickstart call with me where I'll kind of help you set up a way, kind of a game plan to help you kickstart your business in your area. All right. So let me drop this link in the chat. You guys can check it out. There are payment plans to it. We have the $997 in full, 3 payments of $350, and then 6 payments of $200. So you guys can check that out. It's a hell of a deal. We don't usually offer deals, but we're starting the show and we wanted to give you guys something solid to go with. So you guys can check that out in the comments below. It'll also be in the description of YouTube as well. But with that being said, guys, this has been another episode of the very first episode. I almost said the Smart Flip. I'm so used to the podcast at this point. Yeah. But this has been our first episode of the Phone Flipping Show, guys. I want to make sure that you guys get some value. Next week, our title is the next show, the Phone Flipping Show. It's going to be every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Next week, we're going to be going over mastering accurate appraisals for maximum profit. All right, so make sure you join us next week. We're going to be showing you guys how to appraise items correctly. And how to make profit. Like, that's what we all want, right? So we want to make sure you guys are making the accurate appraisals so that you can profit on devices. All right. So with that being said, have a great day, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let me know in the comments if you liked it.
See you guys.